for example, this is a video I was going to do a really long time ago, and I never released it. But in my opinion, the best ever designed deck is Virtual World. I think from a game design perspective, I think Virtual World is if you ignore calamities. The reason why I say if you ignore calamities because that's actually nothing to do with the archetype. That's just a weird card design that shouldn't be in the game. But I feel like Virtual World, the way it's designed, the way it plays, is so well balanced. I think even thematically speaking, I really like the way there's the monsters are reliant on the gates, which is how they get into the world and the lore and etc. Or the gates that they're guarding, etc., etc. I think that's really cool. And so, if you were to look at all of the archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh, is there one you would point out and really say this is really really good design? Like this is what Yu-Gi-Oh archetype should be.
Ooh, you are really gonna like this one. The one that sticks out to me in modern memory is Rescue Ace. I really like that. Like, it's not just a combo you sit down and do. It's super malleable. It does so many different things. There's a huge deck building cost to it because you play all the terrible trap cards and then you draw them and then you get really mad. No, I like it a lot. I also like yeah, I guess I would say Rescue Ace is the big one. Yeah,
I would definitely agree with that. I think again, if you look at Rescue Ace, if you look at Virtual, it's again, yeah, it's the similarities where it's like, yeah, you have to play those cards that don't necessarily, they're not ideal to have in the deck. And it's funny because Joshua Schmidt was talking about this where he was like, he actually doesn't like that design in some ways. He doesn't like decks where you have to play bricks and stuff in them. And it's like there's these cards you don't want to draw, and it gives those unbalanced scenarios where sometimes like I really hate my hand, sometimes I really love my hand, but I feel like we can see Konami is moving more and more towards that. Like even TR, as much as I slate TR and Cash, the idea behind both of those decks I actually think is done quite well. I think Cash, if it didn't banish face down specifically, I think Cash would actually be a lot better balanced. And TR, if all of the effects weren't so incredibly cracked, it would also be a lot better as well. So it's like I do think both. But Dan, the question I just posed to Joe was that is there a deck you can point at and you feel like that's really well designed deck, like really really balanced modern Yu-Gi-Oh?
Sprite is one of the first ones that jumps to mind. I've always felt Sprite was incredibly powerful, but not too powerful, and thematically, like it can be a bit overpowering in formats where you can allow yourself to just sort of snowball advantage off little guys, and red and carrot, great cards, but I don't know, like I feel like it's probably Sprite for me.